All right, so frozen food aisle, Chunky Monkey ice cream, Ben & Jerry's. All right, so I would get phone calls when I was younger, like a teenager, and it'd be like the flavors of the month that my dad used to call them. My dad never even bothered getting to know the names of these boy suitors because he knew that they would change like every week, so he never knew. And it sucked because like he would take messages for me and he'd be like, "Oh, some guy called for you." And I'm like, "Well, who was it?" And he would go through like a laundry list of names. Well, it was Sean or Russell or Brandon or Bert. I'm like, "I don't even know a Bert, Dad." He's like, "I don't know. Someone called you." Thanks. So I get these phone calls from these boys, and I'd go in my room and pick up the landline. Well, landlines back in the day, if you had them throughout the house, anybody could pick up the other receiver in another room and just listen in. My brother did that constantly. So he would wait for me to get a phone call from one of my many suitors, and he would just sit there and listen awkwardly onto our conversation. And then out of nowhere, he'd be like, "Chunky Monkey!" And then he'd hang up the phone.
That's funny.
It was ridiculous. It was horrible. So then I would just stop getting phone calls from boys. I could probably like chalk up my failed relationships and multiple marriages to that because I'm still scarred. So to this day, I will go to the grocery store, and if I have to go down the frozen food section and I see Ben & Jerry's anywhere, I get this like PTSD response where I just go back to that little fat girl that got made fun of by her brother. Thanks, Travis.